Ooh, it's chilly. I am going for a run. This is my pre-Christmas get some like activity into me. It's freezing, we need to get running, so it's so nice going for a run with Soph for once. We don't normally get the opportunity, do we? Sophie's gone on to do another 10 kilometers, but I am all done. Oh, tell you what, I'm so pleased I did that run, and it was really nice to do it outside as well with Soph. Hopefully I'll get the opportunity to do that another few times during this Christmas holiday. Is this a good opportunity to use a proper camera? Probably. Okay, we're all feeling a little bit more civilized now. Oh, it feels so good. What an amazing start to what's Christmas Eve for us. Nice, I think I did about 12, 13 kilometers in the end, which is the longest run I've had of this entire year. Hello Jasper, what are you doing sitting on the stairs watching tablet? That's very sociable. Why don't you come join everyone else in a minute?
Where is Dexter?
I don't know, he's probably in the kitchen. Right, ooh, I think we're gonna have lunch in a minute. Maybe not. The theme of today's vlog post is not slacking off. Because it's very easy to slack off in Christmas holiday mode when you're surrounded by food and breastfeeding mothers. They're everywhere. Can't go anywhere without bumping into one of them. It wrecked my train of thought. So not slacking off, right, exactly. Still go for runs, we can do it. I'm feeling really self-conscious because I know my sister's back there with Max. How's he doing?
He's good.
Awesome. We're gonna have lunch anyway, so we'll talk about this, because you see the problem with Christmas is there's like food everywhere. So if you're like me, you eat, I don't know, 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day for 3 days in a row, and at the end of it you're like, whoa, and then I feel really guilty. I actually prefer to be ahead of that curve and try and have a few runs already. Right, any idea where Dexter is?
Dexter's gone out with...
We're having a little bit of a morning issue because at the moment Dexter and Jasper are in the same bedroom. That's fine, usually, with them going to sleep. The problem is, in the morning, both boys wake up at the same time, obviously, and then they all go round to my sister's room and demand their attention.
Wow,
and they've got a 3-week-old baby, so they're not getting any sleep at night, not a lot in the evening, none in the morning. Yeah, so I was just explaining it. Basically, I have to do a good few hours worth of editing. I either do it in the evening or I do it in the morning. Now, last night, I decided to do it in the night because I haven't been very good recently with waking up early and I wanted to go for a run, blah, blah, blah. But what that meant was I was dead to the world at 7 o'clock. But if I do it the other way, then I'll be down, yeah, I'll be downstairs at 7 o'clock easily. So, because what I do when I'm at home at the weekends is I basically try and intercept Jasper before he can get to Soph in the morning, and then I just divert him straight downstairs, shove a bowl of cereal at him, and then he runs off and goes and plays, and I just try and stop him from doing anything that's so noisy it would wake her up. What have you got new there?
Star Wars socks.
Whoa! Welcome!
Uncle Dicey brought me so much Star Wars socks and he threw them up to my mum.
Wow, that was really nice of him, wasn't it?
I went... What's the donuts?
No, I'm taking them through now.
No, take off.
The presents are starting to build up. Kids are ready for bed and watching Christmas TV. Soph's checking her emails. Oh yes, starting to feel Christmassy now. You leaving those? Who are you leaving those for, Jasper? Who are they for?
Father Christmas.
Look at those two.
And that.
Oh, you. Right, I think it might be time to get
Night,
upstairs.
night, Desi. Santa's grotto, where the little elves prepare the presents
He looks,
all
you know what,
night long.
You know what he looks...
It's getting excessive, isn't it?
Yes.
So, it was something I was going to talk about. Oh yes, persistence. Because sticking with the running, right? It has been something that has got harder and harder and harder the older I've got. Continuing to do some exercise and trying to stay on top of it so that, you know, I don't do that sort of middle-aged spreading thing. It's happening anyway. Well, what can you do? Just got to fight it, I suppose. Anyway, that persistence and perseverance that is characterized by something like trying to stick with your running or vlogging every day, doing something on YouTube generally, actually, massively rewarded by sticking with it and really making it happen. That's what I would say. Piece of advice for anyone who wants to start a YouTube channel. It's actually exactly the same thing with electric vehicles. Take Nissan, for example. They have stuck with it and they've pushed forwards and they've learnt about what electric vehicle drivers want from their cars, what mainstream drivers want from an electric vehicle, how to deliver that, what sort of infrastructure is essential, what kind of infrastructure you can maybe not bother with, what sort of range people will want. There's loads of stuff that they have learnt over the, is it 6 years now that they've been selling the Nissan Leaf? It's a good while. And look at Tesla. Elon Musk's businesses in general actually are quite evolutionary in that, you know, Falcon 9, for example, is on, you know, version 5 pretty much, depending on how you look at it. And it's constantly moving forwards as a refinement of what came before, it seems to be. And very similarly with Tesla, you know, the Model S, the Model X, I think they'll still be selling a Model S in 20 years' time. But that sort of evolutionary approach to development does take one thing above all else, and that is severe quantities of persistence. Things often don't go the way you would like. You bite off more than you can chew. Model X. And then, of course, you find yourself with quality problems from the older cars, which you just kind of had to rush out the door, because if you didn't rush them out the door, then, you know, you wouldn't have a business with which to try and solve the problems down the line. You just have to push through. And you get people and they all say, oh, it's not going to work, you're never going to make any money. You know, SpaceX, I mean, that is the... weirdly enough, you don't normally think of space as moving faster than another industry, but in actual fact, space does move faster than cars. So, you know, EV adoption and the shift to electric vehicles is an ongoing process, whereas SpaceX has more or less demonstrated with, I would say, near 100% certainty what the next stage of space flight should be looking like. It's those reusable boosters, and they've yet to demonstrate reusable second stages, but my suspicion is they will get there. Tesla will have proven it when they make properly serious amounts of profit, because at the moment, although they make money on an automotive gross margin basis for every Model S or Model X or Model 3 even that they sell, what that doesn't include is how much of the future investment in things like superchargers and service stations is baked into people's desire to buy those cars. If they said, well, we're just going to sit back and make money now from the cars that we've got, you know, minor updates, not really expand the supercharger network, would the customers fall away? I think they probably would, but I don't think they'd fall away as much as people think. So I think there is real profit to be made there. But in order to get that profit out of the business, it's going to take time. And that is that persistence and perseverance, which is actually a better word than persistence. So the perseverance of the shareholders and investors and banks to stick with Tesla and to see it through because they believe it's going to be worth it in the end. And I think it will be worth it in the end, I really do. I wish I still had some Tesla shares, it's a big shame. Okay, it looks like we are going to be going to the pub a little bit later. I'm trying really hard to stick with my Fitbit entering the calories in thing, because at least that way, even if it doesn't actually stop me from eating anything, it'll be an annoyance such that I will hopefully think, no, I won't have a bunch of chocolates and biscuits in between 2 massive great meals. God, Christmas is such an overeating glutfest. I can't wait. Right. And on that note, I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog post and found it interesting. If you have, give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next instalment of my daily vlog. Bye. Is Father Christmas going to eat the carrot? And the reindeer going to eat the mince pie? No? What?
I meant like when you eat a carrot.
Ah, I see. Did you get that, Jasper? Did you get that?
What's it say?
Yeah, the carrots for the reindeer and the mince pies for Father Christmas.